Are you not getting a bit fed up by these stupid eco stunts that are going on? There seems to be a new group popping up every week. It's doing my nutting. Hi, it's me again. Yeah, a bit of a rant because there's all these different groups of all different names popping up, and there seems to be some stupid bit of vandalism or some stupid bloody blockade or something happening every other day at the minute. It's an absolute joke. And this one really wound me up. Not mostly because I used to have a private off-road parking space and now I'm parked on the blooming street. Look at this. Look at this. Oh. Our tyres were vandalised by idiot thugs who targeted cars all along our street and they left notes taunting us. It's alright, it's not my street and it probably never will be either because it was Randolph Crescent in Maida Vale, London. Quite a posh area, really. These eco-mentalists went round and some people have said in the article here that the tyres were slashed. The note itself says they were just let down because they don't think you should have SUVs and family cars in London. There's no need for that. There wouldn't be roads in London if there's... Well, to be fair, there won't be roads in London for much longer, will there? Because it'll all be turned into blooming cycle lanes. But how is that helping the environment? How is you letting down tyres on an Audi good for the environment? Because these are people who made of our. They haven't got foot pumps, in the cupboard that could pump one of these up. They're going to have to get the AA or the RAC or whatever out to either come and repair the tyre if it was slashed or to pump the thing back up. Those vans generally run on diesel. So all you're doing is causing more pollution by letting people's tyres down. It doesn't make any sense. Look at the note that they left. We have deflated one or more of your tyres. You'll be angry, but don't take it personally. It's not you, it's your car. Don't take it bloody personally. You've touched and actually vandalised my car. And you don't want me to take it personally. Who are these people? Car companies try to convince us we need massive cars and 4x4s are a disaster for our climate, blah, blah, blah. Now, there has always been some eco groups that have had a big problem with 4x4s in the city. But I'm sorry, the most purchased type of vehicle in the country right now are SUVs and crossover SUVs. Sounds American, so 4x4 things. They're useful vehicles. They're very useful. I live in the country and I have now bought an old Range Rover. I had a Vauxhall Astra. This is what happened to that. Yeah, that went well. I only had the thing a couple of days as well. So now I've bought an old Range Rover because I live in the countryside and when it's going to be snow and icy, I have to go down all these tiny country roads from the stupid little village that I live in. I need one. Well, I don't need one, but I wanted one. And I should be allowed to have what I want. And these people can have any opinion they want, but you can't go vandalising someone else's vehicle in the name of a climate crisis. And one of the things here is said, look, by one of the residents, where was it? Another resident was forced to have his car towed following the unacceptable act. So now a big diesel tow truck has had to come out when it wouldn't have been needed in the first place, which is more damaging for the environment than if that person could have just driven the vehicle on the school run or to work or whatever they were going that morning. And where are we? 3 of my tyres are now flat and there's been no police here, no police cover, just nobody's interested. There's police all over. Didn't you see that thing the other day, wasn't it, where they were sat down in the road, weren't they, some of the protesters? And the female copper who was leading the team was saying, if you need anything, just ask, and being all polite. Something's very wrong with policing if it's okay for people to just go around doing this sort of thing. And they're making no sense at all. Who are the ones those 2 lads that knackered the QE2 bridge the other week? I was caught up in that. I was going down the A12 in Essex and that got backed up all the way to there. It affected everything. It was absolute carnage. How in the hell was that helpful for the environment? How? All those cars, tens of thousands of cars sitting there with their engines running, burning fuel needlessly, doing 0 miles to the gallon, when they could be moving, doing whatever miles to the gallon their vehicle does, which would be more than 0. They're backwards thinking, these people. It's backwards thinking. And I just don't get how they're allowed to get away with this sort of thing. So a Metropolitan Police spokesman told The Sun, on Tuesday the 1st November, police received an allegation of criminal damage after it was reported that several car tyres were deflated in Randolph Crescent. Inquiries to establish the circumstances are ongoing. What inquiries are required? They left a note saying they did it. The police lately. The police, they're It's a comedy act from the police, isn't it? What do you reckon about this? Stuff like this just makes me really angry. Not just because there's all these eco-mentalist mobs that are starting up out of nowhere at the minute and coming up with their own stunt to get a bit of attention, but then the police are doing literally nothing. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's that way, hopefully, I'll see you in another video again soon. Ta-da.